Aloha, it's Dave Lawrence. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. A big mahalo for tuning in. Today we're reconnecting with the guy that we spoke with a couple months ago when he was headed to Honolulu. Now he's on his way back to do an exclusive stop on the Valley Isle. He plays the Max Castle Theater this Friday, the 18th. It's a pleasure to welcome the talented lead vocalist, rhythm guitarist, and frontman for the band Daughtry, Chris Daughtry. Aloha and mahalo, brother Chris.
Aloha and mahalo. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
Absolutely great.
Good to reconnect with you, my friend, and thank you for taking a moment to speak with me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Looking forward to coming back.
Yeah, man. So I'm looking at your itinerary of what you're up to. Why the single show on Maui?
We had a few opportunities to do some one-offs, and we were going to be actually over in Hawaii doing a gig anyway, and we figured why not. And so any opportunity to spend time in a warmer climate is very welcomed at this point. We're freezing at home.
Yeah, man. And you're in New York right now, right?
Yeah, we're in New York. We got a charity show we're doing tonight for musicians on call, and then headed to Hawaii.
Now, when you say you already had a gig there, I mean, are you doing a private thing on Maui?
Yeah, we're doing a private show in on another island, but the opportunity came up. We could play in Maui, and we took it.
Which island is the private gig on?
I'd be lying if I think it's what they call the Big Island.
Yeah, that makes sense. In Waikoloa.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. And what's that? It's just a corporate thing?
I think so. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
That's cool, man. Well, that's awesome that
We're just doing very few gigs right now. We're gearing up for to start working on record number 3. So got a lot on our mental plate right now.
And you say you're doing a gig helping out the community. It sounds like in New York. Why don't you spread the love? What are you up to there?
It's a charity that we had opportunity to do some work with called Musicians on Call, and I think kind of a very condensed version of what they do. It's helping out kids and children's hospitals and things like that where they're not able to get out and see these artists. They're able to bring them in. This organization brings them in to the basically their bedside, and they get to see these artists perform in a very very intimate manner, and it's a really cool thing.
What a special thing to be part of. So you're basically going to be performing in a hospital for kids?
Well, this is actually to raise money for that organization. We're going to be at the Hard Rock, so it's I think Z100, big radio station here in New York, is putting it on, and it was something that we were going to be doing last year, and they their schedules got all whack, and we were able to make it happen again this year. So.
For a guy who's had so much commercial success and has been able to sell so many millions of records, does it give you a particular kind of satisfaction to give back like that?
Oh, any time we're able to do something of that caliber, helping out kids, is always for a bunch of guys that have kids and have families. It's we're very fortunate that our kids are healthy and doing well, and get to be home every night with their families, and these situations that aren't as fortunate, we get to help them out, even if it's for that one bit of time that we're there, to see the hope on their face, and if it just kind of takes away the worries for that that hour or so when we're there, it's an amazing feeling.
Do you think you've become more sensitive to these kinds of things since Noah, Adeline, Griffin, and Hannah came into your life?
For sure, absolutely. When you have kids, it puts all kinds of things into perspective. Just the simple leisures of having clean water and electricity. Simple things like that you're able to provide your kids with. That and one of the things that we've done recently, we spent some time over in Uganda and in parts of South Africa, areas that are just mind-blowing how little these kids are either barely surviving on or not surviving on at all, actually. The things that we're, I guess, that we take for granted on a daily basis, you become very sensitive to that. It's easy to see it on TV and kind of go, oh man, that sucks. But when you're actually there and you get to, we're fortunate enough that we've been able to experience it firsthand, which is one of the reasons we became part of the One organization. It's because we see the work that's going into the efforts that's going into making lives better and preventing HIV and diseases through just the unclean water, So, I don't know. I'm rambling, but
no. But you're what you're saying is you've become more sensitized, if I could jump in, to basic things that aren't quite so small. They're really important things, and what you're saying is you've kind of learned through your experience going to these places in Africa to not take for granted things like water and electricity.
Yeah, you see that, and then you go home to your own kids going, wow, we're so blessed that our kids don't have to go through that, and they never will, and we're very fortunate. So any little bit of awareness that we can bring to that and help out, whether it be children's hospitals or other situations where kids are suffering, it's definitely something that's close to home for us.
It was the One organization that got you to Africa? That
is. We've done a lot of work with them. It's really amazing to see what they're doing. Just bringing awareness and bringing other organizations together for one unified goal of trying to make poverty non-existent.
How long were you over there?
Well, the first trip we went to Uganda a couple years ago, we were there for about 3 or 4 days, and then we recently had some shows in South Africa, and we were able to visit some orphanages there as well while we were there. It wasn't part of the trip. We were just there, and our one rep happened to be there, and we were like, we have a day off. We would love to come by and see. We went to an HIV clinic for mothers who are expecting and are they're basically trying to prevent mother to baby HIV with certain medications and things like that can prevent the child from carrying the disease as well.
That's hip. That's really cool that you would. Yeah, I have an idea for you, Chris. When you're here, I think you ought to. This is just my thought, right? I think you ought to grab an ukulele, and when you're now traveling around, you bring that little thing with you because you know how tiny it is, right? Real easy to bring around, and you bring that in there to the hospitals and stuff, and you just sit there and like jam out like a little.
Can't be too hard to play. Not too different than a guitar, right?
I'm hearing that you like the idea.
It sounds like a pretty cool thing. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be there that long.
No, what you do, though, no, is when you're here quick, you just grab the ukulele, you bring it with you, I'm saying.
Oh, and jam out on stage?
And no, you bring it, you buy one, and then you take it in the future as you're going to these hospitals and doing little things like this.
A little Hawaii to them, huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking you bring a little Hawaii to them.
Yeah.
And it would be fun. You'd have, you could just kind of reinvent one of your tunes real easy like that. It wouldn't.
We've already done that with a kazoo. Why not do it with a ukulele?
Yeah, I just thought, it'd be easy for you.
Absolutely.
And a fun way to help out. Are your kids coming to Hawaii?
I actually have my oldest son. He's never been, so I think the first day we get there, we have a few hours to kill. I think I'm gonna take him out on some waves for the first time.
That Griffin?
Yeah. I think we're gonna try a little surfing while we're there. I took it up last time I was in Hawaii, and actually, I think I caught on pretty fast. So I'm hoping he can do the same. We'll have a lesson and go out there, and it's a good time to do it.
Oh, it's an excellent time. Was that? It depends.
Bad time, right?
No, it's not. Don't go to the North Shore. That's where the waves are really big.
Yeah. We'll stay in the kiddie pool.
Bunny slopes.
Yeah.
What's the when you were here last time? Just give me a little 411 about what you did in Honolulu, if you can just try to remember what you did when you were in Hawaii.
And we actually were very lucky. We were in the middle of a European tour, and we actually were able to spend 5 days in Hawaii. It was our first time there, and we got to spend 5 days, and we were like, is this like this is how everybody lives here. It's always nice, it's always warm, and we were approaching winter at the time, and it was just it was so relaxing. I forgot that we were there to do shows. Vacation.
You know, one of your boys lives on Maui too.
Yeah, Mike from Nickelback, right?
Chad, I thought it is.
Well, Chad, I think Chad has a place there now too, but his brother has a place, I believe.
They're both taking over. I'm just.
That's crazy.
You're not going to do any writing while you're here.
No, I think I don't know. I think they're maybe working on their new. I don't know. I think they may be working on their new record, so I don't know if they're going to be available.
Okay.
But if they are, who knows? Never put it out of the question.
Is there any chance anyone? So if they were around, so I'm assuming you haven't connected with them yet. So fans should not expect one of them to jump up on stage.
No, not this time.
What should Island fans, because you're hitting the Valley Isle your first time, fans who are coming to the shows, your music, as I've told my news director Bill here, your music is some of the most played stuff in the islands. It's a very pop-centric place, Hawaii. And when you play Maui for the first time, a lot of people are going to be there who have never seen you. Try to describe what's in store for folks.
Well, I mean, we're not on tour right now, so it's not like we're going to be bringing our big production or anything. So it's going to be a raw rock show. 5 dudes with their instruments, and we're not going to have a bunch of heavy lighting and production to fall back on. So it's us and our songs, and as loud as we can be, and in your face rock. So hopefully they're there for a good time.
Oh, they're definitely going to be there, and you're going to give them one because you're an extremely talented brother. Before I let you go, I have to ask, last time we talked before you were coming here, which was a great pleasure, I never got to hear about you doing the Wiz in high school. What role did you play in the Wiz?
I was actually the Scarecrow. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I actually had fun in high school doing all the plays. I think I did 2 musicals, and that was one of them. So that was kind of what helped me get over stage fright of singing in front of people. It wasn't me, you know what I mean? I was able to hide behind makeup.
Right. And that was what a great introduction I can see as instrumental in kind of giving you that freedom to experiment.
Absolutely.
And that's Michael Jackson's character, right?
Yeah.
Wow. What an honor to have...
I think a lot of people thought I was black, too.
I always prefer...
I can sing. I think he's black.
Is that what they were saying?
A lot of the teachers didn't know who it was, so they were like, he's got way too much soul to be a white dude.
No question. You do have a lot. I always preferred The Wiz to The Wizard of Oz anyway.
I've actually never seen it.
You've never seen The Wiz?
I never saw The Wiz.
You know what they had? They had these cool monkey creature flying creatures. I remember that one scene, 'cause I was just a little kid when it came out. But,
creepy flying monkeys.
Say that again?
The creepy flying monkeys.
Exactly. And they made the movie. And Diana Ross. I mean, there were just a lot of things that made it. You got to check that out.
Well, I'll definitely have to.
Yeah, you would enjoy it after having played. Well, I give you a big hug, a big high five, and I hope that your trip is wonderful. And I think
it's going to be awesome.
What you're doing for for the kids in that organization, I'm going to make sure to highlight, and I think it's outstanding to give back. And I'm appreciative for your time, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Good to talk to you.
You're a good man. I give you another high five, and please travel safe, Chris.
Got it, bro.
Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Aloha, this is Chris Daughtry, and you and I are part of a great show with our good friend Dave Lawrence.